Hello everybody, I am out here in sunny Orlando and getting ready for another amazing day of filming for the Virtual Doll Convention and doing a lot of wonderful doll stuff. I wanted to hop on real quick because I was thinking about something and I've received a lot of comments from you guys and just general conversation from people about doll people in the doll world about the topic of acceptance. And that topic is very, very, very important to me. And let me know, your experience with this. But when I was growing up and prior to basically the launch of the Virtual Doll Convention, I didn't know a whole lot about artist dolls and doll making and newer dolls and things like that. And in my travels, I have met and done so many wonderful things with people that are making dolls and doll artists and modern dolls and so many different things that I wasn't exposed to before. And it has opened my world on a level that is absolutely indescribable. And I never want to go back. And it has been so amazing. But prior to that, and being in an antique store, having an antique store with my mom, and going to doll shows and things like that where the shows were even vetted, like you weren't even allowed to have dolls newer than 1950 and stuff like that. Artist dolls were definitely not allowed. It's almost like I had the feeling that it wasn't okay and it wasn't accepted, and it was like, well, we don't do that thing. We don't do that. They have their own thing over there, but we don't do that. And as I've grown and opened up my world, I realized how wrong I was. And just for my own heart and for my own self in feeling that and having that. And even though it wasn't my fault, really, I'm really glad I don't have that anymore. Because every doll that I meet and every person that I meet and everything that I do in the doll world that's different and fun and with everybody, I've learned something from. And it's been so transformative and so amazing. And so when I started the convention, I really wanted to create an environment of acceptance. I didn't want to have any kind of committee or any kind of vetting process or any kind of thing that said you had to do this kind of doll or you had to have so many dolls to join or so much designations or you had to have this many years of service. It was just like I wanted everyone to just have a place to be able to come in and have fun. The water's warm, get in here everybody, and just share in the love of doll collecting and feel like they had a voice. And that voice, I feel like, is something that a lot of us in the past have been afraid to use. And I want you to know, if you're feeling that way or you've had that experience or something was done to you or something was said to you that made you feel like you shouldn't use your voice or you shouldn't show your work or you shouldn't show up in any kind of way with your dolls, with your collecting, with your creating, they were wrong. Whoever made you feel that way, or like you didn't belong, or you weren't welcome, or that your story didn't matter, they were wrong. I don't want to hear that Barbie isn't allowed here. I don't want to hear that doll making, artist creations, wonderful over-the-top crazy dolls, whatever it is, I don't want to hear that they're not allowed here. I don't want to hear that antique dolls are not allowed here or that vintage dolls are not allowed here. I want to hear that everything's allowed here and that we're all going to embrace each other and support each other and lift each other up. And maybe it's not your thing. Maybe the dolls this weekend that Greg and I are going to show you, and maybe Greg's dolls are not your thing, but you can absolutely appreciate them, learn from them, understand the weeks of work and creativity that goes into creating them, and you can support him, and you can support other people. And it's all about the support. If you comment and share and like my content, you know, even if it's not the type of doll that you collect, you're still supporting. If you're commenting and saying on one of Greg's dolls, oh my gosh, Greg, I love the way you painted her face. I love the crochet. I love what you did there. That is support, because you never know what somebody is going through. Somebody could post their work or do something, and that is a really big deal to them. And just by taking the time to say, I appreciate what you did here. The face painting is pretty. You know, whatever it is, give them a little boost. Lift them up a little bit. So with the virtual convention, if you don't have dolls, if you don't have experience, if you don't have money, if you don't have $25, friends, we have a scholarship for you. I have a wonderful, very nice lady who said, any amount of scholarships that you want to give out, you just give them out and send me the bill at any time. And it's just been absolutely amazing, because that's the kind of conversation that we are creating. So it's very important to me to do this. I am out here in Orlando with Greg Ortiz doing something totally different, because I want to expand our worlds. I want to show you things that you didn't know existed, and maybe open your hearts up to something new and exciting. Nothing is off limits. I want to do and to highlight and to appreciate everything that has to do with dolls. So whether that's antique, vintage, new, modern, creating, I want to see you create and to have fun. I want you to have fun and to feel like you can do it. So you're never going to hear from me. You don't have the credentials, because friends, you have the credentials. And I think there has been a lot of things that have happened in the past in the doll community that have made us feel like we didn't belong and that we shouldn't show up. And sometimes when we listen to what other people have to say about us, it makes us believe something inside of us that isn't true. And we need to heal from that, and we need to break free of that. And so what I'm creating and what I'm doing is just, I'm leading from the heart. I didn't grow up with a lot of the organizations and things, you know, from the past that made you feel like you weren't enough to be there. And I think that we need that. And I think that with your help and everything that you guys have been doing to support me and what I'm trying to do, and to share my content and my videos, and, you know, buy my things, it's all support, and it's all working. So thank you, and know that you are accepted and you are loved, and don't worry about what anyone else says or said or what they think about you or your dolls, because guess what, everybody? You have permission. You have permission to be you. You have permission to buy whatever you want. If you have always bought antique dolls in the past, but you see a brand new modern doll and you freaking love it, guess what? You have permission. If you don't want to buy anything right now, and you just want to enjoy and watch, but maybe not buy anything, you have permission. You get to live your life. You get to live your life. I love you guys. I support you guys. And stay with us, because Greg is just about to come pick me up, and you are in for one of the times of your lives. Remember, you are enough, you are accepted, and we're not going to take any more of that crap that we have been subject to in the past. All right. Bye, everybody.